almost forgot. Oh, I have just enough for tonight's reading, so that's awesome. Love when that happens. Hi, Virgo Libra Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses. For your general love message and energy reading. Sorry, I'm just getting your incense lit for your reading, okay? I thank you guys so much for tuning in. For all of those that are born on the cusp, those that maybe have strong Virgo or Libra in your chart, or just felt drawn to the title of this reading, whatever it may be, okay? I thank you for your presence and for being here. And again, as always, I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. All right, for those of you that might be new here to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for checking me out. Make sure you read through the description box below. It's going to have every single thing you need to know about how to stay in alignment with my reading series here, my main ones, which are my energy readings, which are like cosmic check-ins to like the planets and whatnot and how they are supporting you. And then these love messages, right, where we use love oracles. We tap into the relationship sphere of energy. So that varies, like especially for those that might be into astrology. You just want to make sure you're watching these readings, these zodiac sign readings, in accordance with the right placement. So for here in love, you want to make sure that you are watching for your moon placement. You are watching for your Venus placement, clearly. Your Jupiter as well is super, super important when it comes to love. And your Mars, okay? And even your Lilith placement, because it is kind of that sexual sensuality that we all have. Check that too, okay? So if this reading doesn't resonate, go check out the links in my description box below. Find out all of those placements and watch to your leisure, okay? All right, Virgo Libra, before we get into what these cards have to say for you in love today, let's go ahead and offer up some gratitude into our space. Remember, this is timeless, okay? So whenever you find this is when it's meant for you, all right? Don't force what doesn't fit. And only take what feels right and connects and clicks, all right? But go ahead and do whatever gratitude and grounding practice connects with you best in this moment, serves you well in this moment. I'm going to do the same. And we'll see what these cards have to say, Virgo Libra, okay? Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me. And with the Virgo Libra Cusp Collective of Energy, anyone else who maybe has strong Virgo or Libra in their chart or who feels just called to watch this reading, I thank you so much for connecting us all in this moment. Regarding this collective's love life, what they most importantly need to know when it comes to the vibration of love, we ask that that come forward, Divine, and we just so grateful and thankful for your clear guidance, for your grace, your love, your mercy, your protection, the peace that you bring, and your presence with us in this moment. We love you. And so it is. All right. Let's go ahead and... Is that what I wanted to do? Yeah. Okay. I don't always feel like cutting the deck, but sometimes we got to. What love messages are here for Virgo Libra energies? Whoa. Okay, you got the higher self. And you got disharmony. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Higher self says, no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. Okay. So trust the guidance that you receive, no matter how muddy or how dark or just maybe kind of like iffy it might be here, Virgo Libra. You're definitely getting the correct messages from your higher self. Whether your ego is ready to hear it or whether you feel like you fully understand or grasp it is a whole nother story. And that's maybe where this harmony is, okay? So there seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore harmony in this relationship, okay? So there might be something here, Virgo Libra, that you need to express, communicate, right? There might be something that your partner might be doing that's getting on your nerves, or something that you just sense and feel from them that is just kind of throwing you off, or maybe their vibe is a little off and you're trying to get to the root of it. Trust whatever messages and feelings and vibes you're getting from your higher self, okay? Make sure that it is coming from your higher self, and how you do that is just sit still, really. Sit still for a minute. Try not to give yourself the answers. Try not to let your ego tell you what it should be. Like, really listen in for what your heart has to say about it, okay? And go from there. Last message here. Yeah, you got inner fears. Okay, so there might be something that you're worried about here, Virgo Libra, or that your partner might be afraid or working through some maybe shadow energy of their own. And maybe I think the divine might be leading you to start this dialogue, okay? I just heard that too. You don't seem the same. What's going on with you? Something just doesn't feel right. Are you okay? Right? And this might be an opportunity here, Virgo Libra, for you to really build a deeper level of emotional intimacy with your partner. You know? Maybe there's something that's happening within this connection that is getting you to face your own inner fears when it comes to love. But there's definitely some disconnect, like not being on the same page. Inner fear says, as you face your inner fears, you recognize what's holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. Okay, so this couldn't even be tethered to somebody else, okay, Virgo Libra. This could just be speaking on a disharmony or a disconnect that you're having internally. And whatever these issues are definitely rooted in fear, okay, keeping you from actually either opening up, being honest about something, being honest with yourself about what you want here for some of y'all. Yeah, but for some of you, this is a relationship, and I think you're picking up on your partner kind of being a little distant from you. And I can kind of feel like that's hurtful a little bit, like it's hurting someone's heart, that's how someone's acting towards them. But I do like to see there is an opportunity here to restore harmony in this relationship, like to kind of get back on the same page with one another. Just trust your senses, okay? I think maybe even both of y'all maybe have these inner fears with one another when it comes to this connection, if you're in a relationship. It's like the fears that you both have are causing this disharmony and putting you on two separate pages. Meaning maybe the fear could be the same. Yeah, the fear could be the same, but how you cope with that fear might look completely different, and that could be causing the disconnect. So one person might shut down, shut in. The other person might need time, need space, need to go off and, maybe all of a sudden they're super active or trying to be out of the house or, whatever the case is. It's like you're just dealing maybe with the same fear in two different ways. And so that's what needs to be addressed and talked about, okay? But let's dig a little deeper here, Virgo Libra. Tell me more about the higher self disharmony and inner fears. Tell me more about the higher self disharmony and inner fears for Virgo Libra energies. Tell me more about higher self disharmony and inner fears for Virgo Libra energies. Higher self, justice, first card to come out. There's your Libra energy. So no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. Your higher self is in balance. Your higher self is maybe trying to offer you a truth that might balance you out or this situation out. Yeah, you got the sun. No matter how dark or muddy, your higher self is your light here. Okay? Your higher self is your light. Tell me more about the higher self here in love when it... Yeah. Okay, so Nine of Wands is definitely giving me that interfere energy, okay? Nine of Wands is also a sign of spiritual strength here. So you've had to either endure a lot of injustice to get to this point of being able to connect or rely on your higher self here. And you got the Two of Swords. It's like you decide what thoughts to hold on to here, okay, Virgo Libra? You can either look at yourself as like a victim or wounded, okay? Or you can look at yourself as like a victor. I guess that would be the opposite, right? You could claim victory for yourself. You can kind of look at the bright side of things, try to stay optimistic in some way, right? The choice and where your mind goes is up to you. How you bring balance in for this energy is up to you, okay? I don't feel like there's no right or wrong. Okay, this is just, again, that's exactly what I was picking up on. Two different coping mechanisms here. One person maybe likes to sit and lick their wounds. The other person likes to go out and try to, I won't say force themselves to be positive, but to just like look at the bright side of things. Yeah, you could be dealing with, again, fire energy here. And I say again because that came out in the Taurus Gemini. Just that fire. But that's definitely how a sun energy would handle something, right? Just look at the bright side. We still have this, or, you know, do that, and we got that. And then it feels like somebody else might be here. More or less looking at like, okay, but look at all that we've been through. Like, I'm tired. Like, you know what I mean? I'm exhausted. I'm not into all of that. I don't want to see it that way. Tell me more about this higher self. Yeah, you got the Seven of Pentacles. So although something has grown to a certain extent, yeah, it's still kind of not where someone wants it to be. And this could all be within you, Virgo Libra. Take it how it resonates, okay? Yeah, Six of Swords. I definitely feel like somebody is either moving out of a period of licking their wounds, like tending to their wounds with that Nine of Wands energy, giving their body or their spirit rest, the rest that it really needs. Even though they have the energy to move forward, it's just not on 100, right? It's almost like it took these 9 wands just to get to this 7 of Pentacles, right? And although, yes, the journey has been long, although, yes, you've grown to a certain extent, although, yes, there's a lot to show for it, right? It's still not necessarily balanced in someone's point of view, Two of Swords. It almost feels like the Seven of Pentacles is still leaving somebody lacking. So even if this is within a relationship, maybe that's kind of the fear, is that this situation won't grow beyond where it is. Do you know what I mean? Someone maybe feels like they've reached the end of a cycle with someone. Okay, you do have the Chariot, you do have Judgment, and you have the Queen of Wands. I knew I felt Leo energy here. I mean, clearly with the Sun. But I think this is what the divine is trying to say. It's your call here, Virgo Libra. It's your call on how this situation moves forward. So you can either be very optimistic, you can either be very hopeful, or you could feel like I don't have enough energy to see this all the way through or to keep investing in it. Your higher self knows the way, so trust that guidance that's coming in. And I do feel like it's varied for a lot of y'all with the Two of Swords. So some of y'all are on the air of, or the end of, that Nine of Wands. Yeah, I've put a lot. I'm kind of tired. I'm exhausted. I don't know if I can go all the way on. Like, there's a small window of hope for this to kind of come out of this Seven of Pentacles energy. And then others of you are in that Sun energy, right? Finding appreciate, okay, we made it this far. We can keep going. Like, you know, some of y'all, that's it. But either way, there is going to be movement forward. I just feel like for some of y'all, there's just two opposite directions. And maybe that could even be within this relationship, that could be the disharmony. One person kind of wants to throw in the towel. The other person is wanting to keep moving forward. But it feels like the ball's in your court here, Virgo Libra, okay? Or it could be in this Queen of Wands court. Now, mind you, don't necessarily get caught up on gender, okay? A masculine energy can be a Queen of Wands. But you could definitely be dealing with a Leo or have strong Leo in your chart somewhere, okay? Maybe someone who's on the Cancer Leo cusp or near it. Let's talk about this disharmony. What is the disconnect here for Virgo Libra? When it comes to love, what's the disconnect? Ooh, we got the Tower. And I just heard a way of thinking. Tell me more. Ooh, we got the Emperor. Control. Six of Pentacles. How something should either work out, even out, or be given. Yeah, Seven of Wands. Tell me more. You got the Lovers. And you got the Ace of Cups. Tell me more about disharmony for Virgo Libra. Five of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. There's that fire again. Page of Wands. Yeah, it feels like somebody's ready to fight here. Someone is willing to put up an effort of defending this connection, defending the relationship, the Lovers and the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands. Maybe somebody is up for having a fresh start or a new start here between you and them. Okay? Because maybe how you were going about it, yeah, with the Tower and the Six of Cups, it's like how you both were maybe investing in the situation caused more conflict than it did balance. But it feels like, yeah, it just feels like it could just be one-sided. One person wants to work it out. One person wants to kind of take action and do what's necessary to protect or renew this Lover's energy between y'all, this connection. And it maybe feels like the other person is having a hard time getting over the conflict. Like someone maybe has a hard time letting go of whatever, I guess, beef. I don't want to say like full-on beef, but just like whenever you bump heads with this person, it like really gets under your skin. Yeah, I feel like this is addressing the issue. Maybe someone in this Emperor could be very busy, okay? Because remember, Emperor gives off that CEO, kind of head of household, running a business, their own entrepreneur type of vibe, okay? Even if they do have a 9-to-5, it's just they, you know, do a lot of work or maybe even a slight workaholic type of vibe, okay? And maybe that's the issue here. What you fight over is the time. Okay, so maybe this Emperor doesn't spend enough time in the connection or, you know, building it. Take it how it resonates. But again, that's maybe what just needs to be addressed, Virgo Libra. I really do feel like for some of y'all, this could all be like squashed. If someone just starts the conversation and has the dialogue around what's been eating at them and what needs to change and shift here with the Tower, what needs to kind of adjust, right? So that both parties are happy. And I do feel like this Emperor is going to want to fight for it. Like, I don't think they're going to be like, okay, like, I don't see that. Like, all right, we'll just move on. Bye. Like, I don't get that at all. I just don't know that this Emperor is fully aware of the lack of reciprocity that they're giving. Okay, the Emperor can definitely get caught up in all that they have to do, all the action that they need to take, all the opportunities that might be coming their way. Like, they might get really caught up in that. And so, Virgo Libra, if you're on the other end of that, there's just a need to say, hey, you know, I feel like there's something lacking, or you're not giving enough time, because Pentacles, that's time, that's energy, that's focus, right? Maybe even just material. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But there is an Ace of Cups and the Lovers here between y'all, okay? Page of Cups, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right, look at that. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Five of Cups, right? So as soon as someone says, hey, I don't feel like you're necessarily as invested in this connection as I am, this Emperor, does feel like the Emperor is in, offers some sort of apology to this Queen of Cups that feels like who's on the other end of this, for leaving them out in the cold or making them feel like they were in the connection alone, is what I'm kind of getting. Not even kind of getting, it's exactly what the cards are saying. Yeah. Because that Nine of Wands could also be the energy of, I'm tired of kind of doing all the work in a particular situation. Like, I could still do more, but I would get to the 10 where then I'm overloaded, right? Like, the weight that I'm having to carry, the energy I'm having to put into this, or having to keep up, it's just a lot for me to bear on my own. So, like, can you give a little more to the situation? Okay, and maybe that is financially, okay, for some of y'all. Maybe the conflicts have been over money and needing to get on the same page about this Six of Pentacles is like figuring out, okay, what do we put out? What do we give? What do we keep? How do we save? Yeah. Especially if you and this person are like living together and sharing expenses like that. It's like, okay, we need to figure out a budget plan. Okay. That's oddly specific, but here we go. What are these inner fears for Virgo Libra? Ooh, the Moon, that there's secrets here, or that something's hidden from them. Tell me more. Or someone, again, isn't communicating what their fears are. Ace of Wands. And if this is all happening within yourself here, okay, it's almost like it's gonna have to be super, super important for you to be on the same page as this Emperor or as this partner, okay? Which again is just, it's still gonna be communication at the end of the day, okay? So whoever comes in, make sure that you guys are on the same page and have the same perspective almost, or viewpoint or approach to certain things that are important to you, because that's going to help you avoid a lot of this conflict and chaos. And with the Tower, it's like, yeah. Oh, that came out kind of weird. You got the Hierophant here with the inner fears. Someone might be worried that, like, their partner might not be fully committed to them. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, you're not necessarily showing up in the connection the way that I am. Are you all in on this? And maybe that's what someone's afraid to learn, that they're actually, that someone may not be as committed as they are. Again, with the Hierophant. Tell me more about the inner fears. Or someone might be afraid to commit too soon. Yeah, there you go. You got the Ten of Cups. You got the Six of Wands. And you got You Are the Way. Yeah, it's like someone is afraid or has this fear or this worry that someone, and it might be with the Emperor because the Knight of Wands did land on the Emperor's side, right? The Knight of Wands can be kind of like a lot of like in and out energy, right? They can, I guess it gets the rap for being like the quote unquote player type of vibe. They're there, it's hot, it's heavy, and then it cool off real quick because they're on to the next, right? And someone, I think that might be an interfere for somebody here, that this Emperor might be acting in that way or behaving in this way behind closed doors or hidden or keeping it secret. And it's like, so whoever's on the opposite end of this Emperor, okay, again, is worried about the level of commitment. Because maybe they are all in here with the Ten of Cups, but this Emperor might not be. With the You Are the Way, you got the Knight of Swords and you got the Page of Swords. Which is just to say, like, be mindful of your thoughts. But again, at the end of the day, Virgo Libra, if this is you on the opposite end of this Emperor, you just have to communicate. You are the way. Communicate what you're seeing, what you're sensing, what you're picking up. Be honest about it, right? Don't be afraid to speak your truth with this Emperor. Okay? Find the words to say and say them. Okay? Because I almost get here, Virgo Libra, that this Emperor could also have the same fears towards you. Like, they could also be fearing, maybe because, again, they might be more in a growing a business or just really busy with work. It's like, well, what are they doing in secret in the night when, or, you know, in the times where I'm not there? So this Emperor could also have the same energy towards you, Virgo Libra, which, again, if someone just starts the dialogue, you both can kind of see you're in the same space with one another, and that might be the green light or get you past this hurdle. Remember, Six of Swords, okay? But someone definitely has to be confident here in how they express themselves and what they're sensing and what they're picking up and what they know, and then also be receptive to what this person has to say, okay? Overall message here for interferes for Virgo Libra energies. Divine, thank you. Yeah, Four of Wands. That's what I'm talking about. All you gotta do is have a conversation. King of Pentacles, which would allow this Emperor to show up a little and more consistently for you, Virgo Libra, if you are on the other end of this, okay? Or if you're the Emperor, when your person or your partner communicates with you, I feel like it's important for you to show consistency with them if this is, in fact, the Ace of Cups and the Lovers that you want with this person. Okay, right? Like, if you have intentions on committing in a particular way, Hierophant, Four of Wands, right? Make that known to your person, okay? So that the doubts and the worries and the fears and you could even maybe avoid some conflict and some drama if you just address it, right? Because it's almost like, yeah, like if I'm in the Emperor's energy, the Emperor might not be aware that they might be slightly neglecting their partner because they're focused on maybe getting to a certain financial status, especially with the Six of Pentacles, getting to a certain level of material status to offer this level of commitment, right? So again, with the King of Pentacles, you could definitely maybe be dealing with somebody who has heavy Taurus in their chart, in their Venus, in their Jupiter, maybe even Mars, okay? Definitely Taurus, Jupiter, possibly for some of y'all, because it would be very, very important for their abundance to be right and them to be in the right financial situation in order to move forward in this way. I mean, that's just like a Taurus masculine vibe anyway. But it's like that energy is focused on, okay, I'm trying to gain so that I can offer this Four of Wands, this Ace of Cups, like, so we can get in that energy, but they want to be secure in a certain way. And it feels like the partner is like not necessarily seeing it from that way. It's like, well, why are you spending so much time away from me? Like, what are you doing? Da, 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 da. So Could be a little bit of, again, just the worries about cheating, infidelity, or just having a little bit of distrust. And that would be, as just a conversation that somebody needs to have. And again, just be honest, right? Be honest. It feels like this Emperor can take your honesty here, especially, yeah, okay? And then be receptive to each other, okay? Alrighty, Virgo Libra. Let's go ahead and check in with this Power of Love deck, and we will end this reading. If any part of this resonates with you so far, let me know in the comment section below, or give this video a thumbs up, okay? Or do both. Make sure you subscribe as well so that you can tune in and be notified when I am live. I'm pretty much on a consistent schedule for the most part, okay? Self-love. Self-love also looks like speaking up for yourself. Okay, for those that resonate with being on the other end of that. Self-love is that Queen of Wands. Yeah, that Queen of Wands is going to be like, look, what's going on? You know, it has no problem addressing what feels off. Okay, that's why she might even come in a little hot. And I only say she because it's a queen, but it could be a masculine energy. But self-love is standing up for yourself here, Virgo Libra, if you need to. Okay? Because that's showing your person that you love yourself enough to not suffer in silence. Nine of Wands, right? With the moon, like to not suffer behind closed doors, to just say what you got to say, get it out there, and be mature enough and willing enough to sort through it, right? Not just throw in the towel and not have a conversation about it. If this is this Ace of Cups, Four of Wands, and Lovers energy, right? Which I do feel like there's a lot of love here, and there's a lot of commitment energy that's forming, right? So not just somebody that you're like, I didn't really even like you anyway. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't just kind of like a someone that you're not all the way into. This is somebody you're definitely deep in with, okay? And then you got purpose, okay? You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love, and I feel like that's what this Emperor has to step into, right? The conscious part. That's that King of Pentacles, right? I'm putting in the effort and the time to state my intentions, right? To put in the effort, the time, and the energy and the work to do so, okay? Tell me more. What else does Virgo Libra need to focus on? Peacefulness, right? Doesn't have to be drama. Doesn't have to be chaos. Conversation. You could just speak from an open heart. That's a lot of that Sun energy, a lot of that Leo energy, okay? It says you recognize that balance, kindness, and love can bring calmness to your soul. Be gentle with yourselves here. And it's like, try not to judge yourself or this person for the fears that they have, right? So if they do come to you and say, oh, look, I think you might be stepping out on me, or I'm kind of, you know, picking up funny vibes from you, it's like, try not to judge them. Try not to get annoyed. Just understand that they're just being honest about where they are, right? And that there's a willingness to want to get through it. And if you really care for this person, you'll do what you need to do to kind of put that to rest, okay? And give somebody a peace of mind. Because that's what it feels like. It's like, if I'm this Emperor energy, this Emperor is feeling this Ace of Cups, feeling the Lovers, feeling like they want to be in this Four of Wands, but they maybe haven't said it. Do you know what I mean? They just automatically went into building what they needed to build to make it happen, rather than being like, I'm working all these extra shifts and doing all this time at work because I'm trying to show up for you in this King of Pentacles way. Do you know what I mean? They just started doing it. Like, that's what it feels like. Tell me more. Yeah, integrity. That's what I mean. It's like someone is either having fears or worries about someone's integrity in the connection. Like, are they actually committed to me? Are they stepping out on me? And then you got forgiveness. Okay, now, for some of you, for some of you, this could be like a pattern from the past, right? So this could be somebody that you've been been in a connection with for a while, right? And maybe they did step out on you in the past. And maybe you decided to move on from it, move through it, but the wound is still there, Nine of Wands. Still a little, right? Because that would make sense. It's like, if this person has done it before, then it's like you're almost twice as likely to assume that that's what's happening now. But that might not also be the case here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Forgiveness says you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of love here. Ace of Cups, Lovers, Four of Wands, right? There's a lot of love here, so you can activate that love between y'all to move past it and release what has happened in the past and focus on where y'all headed, okay, with each other, because it definitely feels like a with each other energy. But again, I just think somebody needs to communicate, or both of y'all need to communicate with each other about these inner fears so that you can move beyond them. All right, Virgo Libra, I hope that this reading served you well, or maybe gave you some clarity on insight around what you got going on or what's to come, or maybe what you've already been through, right? Just a quick little reminder to not forget. Let me know in the comment section below, like I said, what might have resonated with you if you're comfortable, and make sure you give this video a big juicy thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. Check out my channel membership perks if you're interested in becoming a member here. You get some cool emojis, you get a stamp next to your name. There may be some members only live streams, and a lot of awesome perks that are coming there and available as well. So check that out. And if I don't see you on the membership side of things here, Virgo Libra, I will see you all in our next one. All right, namaste.